Okay, welcome to another episode with myself, Luca, as known as LLCrypto, and my good friend Edo.
So it's always exciting to be here to discuss about this passionate topic about cryptocurrencies.
It is indeed. So, in this episode, we're going to take a deep dive into the altcoins because in the last episode, make sure to go and check out our last episode, the latest one, all about Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is heading to, short term, long term. I think we're quite objective with it, so you can look at the bearish scenario and also the bullish one as well. So in this episode, we just said we're going to look at the altcoins because that's probably why most of you are here or in the space, is for the altcoins, because Bitcoin now is too. I mean, if you dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, that's fine. But most of people are in it to make big gains in the altcoins in order to buy more Bitcoin. So we're going to jump into this. So my first point is, if we look at the crypto bulls, I like to use this this year. I don't know how you feel, Edo, with this. When you look at this, this is from January. Your feeling with the altcoin space?
Well, I mean, you could see that the altcoins, they have a little bit underperformed. They haven't performed as much as we would expect them to. But some of these coins, I can see XRP, for instance, they've been able at least to perform unlike other coins. So we can see that the majority of them, they've lost a little bit of their value, which means there's still the potential for some people to still join in.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, this has happened because of what's happened with Bitcoin. So we spoke at length about Bitcoin in the last episode, and when Bitcoin takes this hit, because we went down, if you remember, what percentage did we go down in terms of Bitcoin? It's about 30%.
Yeah, that's what we said. Yeah.
The altcoins go down even harder, and we can see this if we just look at I mean, unfortunately for me, I got absolutely wrecked I haven't sold, so I can't say I've lost my money yet because I haven't sold anything. I'm in it for the long term anyway. But things like gaming and
AI.
they are down really, really bad. 80% IMX. IMX, I believe, is the number one in gaming. Yeah, Immutable X. We're down. Okay, we're up over the last 7 days, which is great. But for the year so far, 80%. Near Protocol, 63%. Mana, 34%. Arbitrum, 74%. I mean, Gala, 67%. We just goes on Fetch with AI, 75%. So, yeah, I mean, you've been hit hard. If you're looking at your portfolio, not financial advice, try not to look at it every single day because you will sell if you look.
But now looking at these bubble charts, do you think that somehow we are in the bear market?
Personally, no, I don't think we are in the bear market unless Bitcoin enters its bear market. So again, check out the latest video speaking about that. So if Bitcoin does go lower, then these coins are going to go even lower than what they are. This means that if we look at IMX as an example, okay, we're down to 37 cents. We can still go down another 70% from here. So there's a misconception. People think, oh, there's only 22% left. It doesn't mean that. It means that if this goes down another 50%, then we could go all the way down to like 16, 17 cents for one. And that would be a huge, huge sell-off. I think personally, the floor is in with the altcoins if Bitcoin starts heading higher. And this is a wonderful, wonderful buying opportunity. It's the sales in crypto. If you dollar cost averaging, if you're in this space long term, then why not buy more? Again, not financial advice, but I'll be looking at these and just buying up more because we're down, 78% some of these. And I think that AI and gaming is going to pump hard eventually. So I don't think we're in a bear market just yet. I think it could get a lot worse. What a bear market is when these things go down 98, 99%. Which hasn't happened. I mean, we're close to it. But as long as Bitcoin remains stable and we head higher, and plus we haven't even had an altcoin season yet. It hasn't happened.
Yeah, but if these could even be worse than what we have now, it's even better to wait. Don't you think so?
I mean, you can never time the market. That's the problem. So the best thing and the oldest thing in the book is dollar cost average and DCA at all times because you just can't time the bottom. For me, this is amazing that we're down this much. So I'm always dollar cost averaging anyway when we go down 10%, 20%, 30%. So yeah, there's a scenario where we could go lower. But it all depends on what we said with Bitcoin. So right now, if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, which is a big indicator, we had just been going up since 2022, all the way back up to 64% in terms of dominance. So I thought all the way back here in November, this was the beginning of altcoin season. We had an altcoin rally, but then we got rejected in Bitcoin because of what happened at the beginning of the year. All the dominance went flooding back into Bitcoin, and we can see it here. Where is it? If we go back, we can see the altcoin season. Look, the dominance is clearly in Bitcoin. So we haven't had anywhere near an altcoin season. We've had altcoin rallies over the past year or two, but we haven't had that massive altcoin season like we see here. Look, when this happens, this is when altcoins are doing 102x, 4x every single day for 2-3 weeks. And we haven't seen this. When we've had these pullback, these dips here in the terms of the dominance, that's altcoin rallies, which we've had over the couple of years. But we haven't had a massive, and I think we are very, very soon, when Bitcoin heads up to its new all-time high, then the altcoins are going to pump and we're going to see a monstrous altcoin season. And most people are going to miss out.
Yeah, but for it to happen, do you think that there needs to be a key event that will shape either the direction of Bitcoin or the direction of the altcoins? Do you think that it will happen naturally, or we need to have maybe a political event or a black swan event that will shape the direction of the market in one way or the other?
Well, there's so many good things, so many good factors why Bitcoin is underperformed, and it shouldn't be where it is. The altcoins shouldn't be where they are. Bitcoin has been suppressed. There's so many good factors in it that we should be at like 150 and beyond 150,000, and the altcoins should be a lot higher than what they are. But that's another good reason, another good buying opportunity. Right now we're so low. So if you haven't bought anything, again, not financial advice, why not jump in right at this moment? Because I think as soon as the political situation with the tariffs or China, America we hit an agreement, then we're going towards the middle of spring, going into the summer. At the back end of this year, if things are settled, then we're going to have a monstrous move with Bitcoin. And then the altcoins are going to pop to the upside, and most people are going to miss out. That's just so I think it's the geopolitics. As soon as something happens with the tariffs, then I think the gloves are off, and the Bitcoin ceiling could be 200K by the end of this year.
But it's all hypothetical.
Yeah, it's just my theory.
Yeah. So, you could also think that maybe I could just wait a little bit longer. And then maybe I will just wait until maybe I could see this green light with the current geopolitical events. And then as soon as it happens, they'll enter in the market. What do you think about that strategy?
I think even if you wait for the green light, if you wait in that long, I don't think you'll buy anyway. I think it'll just be psychological. I think the best thing to do right now, and has been over the past few months, is just DCA. Because if you're waiting, so you can't time the market. It's impossible. If you time the market, there's only a few people that have timed the market. They probably got really lucky, and they've made a lot of money. But if you're waiting for something, it's your choice. But I think, it's impossible to time it. The best thing is just, me personally, is just you're here for the long term. So there's that saying, time in the market is better than, you can't time the market, but time in the market is the best thing. So for me, DCAing right now into altcoins while the Bitcoin dominance is like this is the best, because what will happen is most people will start jumping in to altcoins where this does this, and they'll be jumping into altcoins around here. And when we come down and retest the here, and this will be it'll be too late. So what I'm saying is right now it's hard to do it because you see this. It's psychologically really difficult to buy when things are down 80%, when you see things are in red. But that's where you have to flip the mindset, because you're actually jumping in to altcoins, extremely low prices, and then 90% of people start jumping in when the dominance has come crashing down. And those that are in it will be making the money as this comes down. They'll be making 5, 10, 20x's. Some of these micro cap coins, 50 to 100x, which is a bit more difficult. But you'll be doubling your money as this comes down, and then it will start going mainstream. People will start getting into a frenzy. You'll see the fear and greed shoot up to greed. This will move up towards the altcoin season, and then it will be too late.
Yeah. So now, my question is, are there some coins that you are particularly interested in, or some coin that maybe you could easily recommend?
If you're new to the space, then maybe stay within the top 20 altcoins. I mean, you've got some fantastic players in here. I mean, ETH it's $1,600, which is, it hasn't even had, for me, it's done terribly. It's really underperformed. I was expecting 10 to 15,000.
I agree about for that also for Ethereum.
So Ethereum, I think, will be ready for a big move. BNB, Solana, what else do we have? Chainlink, Avalanche, Polkadot in the top 20. But personally for me, it's a bit riskier, as we've seen here, because the coins that I'm interested in are down 50 to 80%, would be the AI and gaming. So if we just jump over to AI, I think AI will be huge. The thing is with AI, it's moving so fast. The AI coins can change so rapidly. And that's what we've seen with IP, DXE. They've just come out of nowhere into the top 10, these coins. So I think Tau, Bitensa, Nia, Fetch, the Graph, AOS, something else which is in gaming and AI, which I absolutely love, and it's been hit pretty hard as well. It's Echelon Prime. I mean, it's $2.50. It's crazy. This was I think it was like $15 not that long ago. Let's check it out for the year. Yeah, so I was buying around here, $17, $15, and now we're down at $2.50, which is absolutely crazy.
But at the same time, also shows the potential that this coin has, because if someone gets this token right now, it means that this token can go to more than $10, which would be something more than 500%.
Yeah, I think I'll buy more of this. I mean, it's at $2.50. It does a 10x. I mean, that's quite conservative. We do a 10x, we just go back to the old all-time highs. And I think we'll go even higher than $50, $60 with this. So you're looking at the potential of this doing at least a 20, 30x. So that's just me. This is within the AI and gaming sphere, because Echelon Prime is in both. I think it's AI in gaming, to enhancing the quality of different things. Let's just check it out, exactly what it does. What is Prime? So yeah, it's a multi-faceted platform that merges the realms of decentralized finance and gaming through its innovative blockchain technology. And yeah, so what I like is that I like both AI and gaming, and this is in both. And right now, there's only in circulation 35 million. There's a max supply of 111 million. So, I mean, this is down 91% since it's $30. So for me, this is like a no-brainer that I'll be DCAing into even more, because I think we can go beyond this. But it's a gamble. I mean, any altcoin is a gamble, except maybe in the top 20. if you want to be conservative and stay safe, if you want that 5-10x return and like 90% guaranteed, then stay in the top 20. Because when you start going out that into the top 50, top 100, that's when it gets difficult. But there's more potential in terms of price movement.
Yeah, the risk is
higher, but the potential of more X's is also better. So yeah, for AI, and then if we go to gaming, what I'm looking at in the gaming world would be, again, anything in the top 20. Okay, IMX is down, like I said, 80%. Gala is down 60%. Beam, I was heavy into this. I mean, I can't believe this has been hit so hard. I've got loads of the superverts. Apecoin is down a lot. Everything is down. I mean, Echelon Prime, okay, it's in both. Illuvium, can you imagine Illuvium is only $13? And do you remember where it was?
No, I don't remember.
It's down. It was at 3K.
Wow,
It's 99.5%. But then this one is probably dead.
yeah, it's probably there.
It won't it won't come back. But it's so that's the reality is some of these coins will never come back. So it's a huge risk to be in some of these. I'm saying, okay, Echelon Prime is guaranteed to go to but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, nothing is down. Nothing down. Sure.
It's just these coins that I'm looking at haven't had an altcoin season yet. They're new on the market for this cycle. And so I'm hoping, I think, that these coins will head up past their all-time high. But something like Illuvium that's been out since 2017 or something. I don't know. This is just
I guess it came.
yeah, it's had its last cycle. And then for this cycle, I haven't done anything. So that's one thing that you've got to keep in mind. Maybe if you're holding bags of altcoins from the previous cycles and they haven't done anything, maybe it's time to move on. And it's like the illustration I always give is like when you buy food, you put it in, they've got an expiry date. After it's finished, you have to get rid of it. And it's the same with the altcoins. Some of these coins, it's done. Probably will never come back, and it's time to move on.
Yeah, the only thing is we don't know what is the expiration date. However, when you see how this market is performing, you look at the technicals like that. It could just give you an idea, or it's flatlined, and it gives you an idea. Okay, this round bit is finished. It's finished. Okay, the big players like in the top 20, Cardano, Ethereum, they haven't expired. They've been in the top 10, top 24 since the beginning of their existence, about a good 10 years almost. And but that's the risk when you go into the lower cap coins and in AI and gaming, because it's new. I would potentially be looking at the coins that haven't had a full yet.
That haven't had a full cycle. There's the potential there.
But there's a coin haven't talked about. What about Solana? The Solana had fantastic cycle last year, and
so again, Solana's kind of, it had its cycle. It outperformed Ethereum. Everybody thought it's going to be the Ethereum killer. And again, it's down considerable amount. It's down, what, 50% from $300 to $114. And it's stabilized similar to Bitcoin, Ethereum, but it's a good buying opportunity with Solana as well. Why it was so low. It reminds me of the last cycle with when I bought Ethereum at around the same price, and then we went all the way to 4K. I'm not saying Solana go to 4K, but I do believe with Solana you're anywhere between 1,000 to 1,500. So it's a nice 10x.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. But it's true that Solana has performed where we weren't expecting it, and it really shows what are the potentials of different cryptocurrencies. So far, what are the top 4 cryptocurrencies
In altcoins?
not coins?
It depends on your plan. If you want to be conservative, then stay within the top 20, like I just mentioned. So if I were new, I would go Ethereum, I would go BNB, Solana, and I would go probably AVAX or Chainlink.
Not XRP?
No, I wouldn't go XRP.
Okay, because of the court case, I still value.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily do a 10x. I think XRP will probably go between $10 to $15. But no, yeah. The top 5 would be the ones I just said.
Okay, that's interesting.
As if you want to be conservative, if you're new to crypto, then stay within that, even in Bitcoin. But if you want to be a little bit riskier, then I would choose a genre of AI category and stick within the top 10, top 20 of those specific coins. The ones I just showed you.
AI and gaming.
Yeah, but for me, it's AI and gaming, especially gaming.
But could be any other genre.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be careful with meme coins. I mean, they have communities, community driven, but they've been hit hard as well. But yeah, it depends. And if one thing with Solana, if you are into Solana and you see this do a 2x, then you've got its ecosystem, and then the ecosystem will explode as well. It'll probably do a 5, 10. It depends on how low the coin is. But when Solana makes a big move, then its ecosystem will also move with it, and so we see the sentiment right now saying buy, because the prices are so low.
That's interesting. Well, we just wrap up again this episode. Maybe what are some key takeaways from here? Again, regarding the strategies people could have, as you always mention, have a clear plan defined and stick to it.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay long in the market? Do you want to stay short term, long term?
Short term is difficult. Really difficult if you're in it short and you can get lucky, but the best thing is to stay long term. Wait for Bitcoin to make its move. Bitcoin makes its move to what we said in the previous episode, then expect basically this to happen. And that's when so right now, you should be buying up your bags of altcoins ready for this move.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks.
Yep. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Let us know which altcoins you are interested in. Give us your top 10 altcoins, your genre, which one you prefer, where you think it's heading. And if there's any questions about the altcoins, then maybe leave comments in the comments section, and then we can take a look at those altcoins that you may be interested in. So thanks, guys and girls, for sticking together. Make sure to subscribe to our channels. We'll leave the links in the description below, and we'll see you next time.
Until next one.